Hey everyone, Sarah here. So if you're new here, welcome to my channel, and if you're one of my PlantheGrind communities, welcome back. In today's video, I'm setting up my week 19, my hobonichi cousin. So I use functional planning to help me manage all the things like in my corporate job, my life, my side business, and just everything else life throws at you. So anyhow, I'm getting into it. And before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe. So if you're new here, a little bit about me is I am a project manager of a corporate job, and it's actually a continuous improvement project manager, and I have a team of people reporting into me. So I actually do my own continuous improvement project, and we do that over on my Patreon. So if you're interested in that, check out the links below, or you can get discounts, or you can join the continuous improvement crew, or just kind of check out my progress planner. So that's really what I manage in my planner every day. And I'm a big fan of David Allen's Getting Things Done, which I've modified for my needs. And here is one of the big aspects that I've taken from David Allen's Getting Things Done, where I'm going through and I'm doing my weekly review. So I'm capturing all the things in my inbox, and you'll see on my daily pages in the background there that I actually break it up into different sections, like waiting on next action, agenda, all that fun stuff. So doing that and just corralling all the stuff that gets thrown at you. And I love this thing because it really just helps me empty my brain. So I'm doing that. And then we get into, and I actually, before I move on to this, I have a waiting on list, and I do that over on the right-hand side. So that's that. And then this month, I should mention, I'm focusing on mental clutter. So the CI crew, we're focusing on mental clutter, and that can be all different things. So I'm choosing to focus on stress, and that's really what I'm focusing on for this month, because there's so many different aspects of mental clutter. So some of the things I am tracking are some of my triggers, and I'm also, one of the things that I'm doing is work gratitude and regular gratitude in my personal life. So I really am focusing on things that make me feel grateful. So I am looking for stress type books recommendations. I just finished Switch on Your Brain, and I really need some more recommendations because I love this topic. So leave a comment in the down below if you have any stress book recommendations, because I really love it. And bonus if it's on Audible, because that's really where I consume most of my books. But definitely leave it in the description. In the comments. So I'm getting into my weekly setup here, and I really just, put my regular spread in there, and the weekends I have I have really a 2-week schedule because my kids go to their dad's, and so next weekend I'm up north, and which changes how I manage things. So that's why I put it in there. And I also like to put down at the bottom my top 3, which I'm actually labeling as to do because I'm trying to use up some seconds. And those are my top 3 section down at the bottom. In my email, I am killing it on my email. You guys, I love it. I'm so excited. Talk about a stress relief. I think this might be my biggest win of the year, I have to tell you, because I am getting to inbox 0 consistently. And now that I'm able to do that, I'm actually able to do close the loop emails, which is great. Hey, is there anything else you needed? Just making sure you're all set, which is perfect customer experience for work. And I'm I could just go on and on. And I want to do a video on this or something for all of you, but it's only Microsoft Office for Windows PC, because I have a Mac for PlantheGrind, and I downloaded Outlook, and there's not the same functionality, and I can't find the same functionality in Gmail, but I am looking because I really want to share this with you because I'm just so proud of it. Anyway, so that I think this might be the win for the year for me. All right, so down at the bottom with the little slashes, that is my how many hours of free time I have tracker and how much I've used so far throughout the day or throughout the week. I'm sorry, I'm so distracted because there's this like bright yellow bird on my window and I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. But I love doing this because we're all like, oh, I don't have time. And it's like, do we really not have time, or did we actually hang out with Netflix a little too long? So I really love that because it's also showing me how, I don't want to say productive, because I kind of feel like we don't always have to be productive people. And really, we shouldn't always be being productive because that's not like the best mental health. But I just like to know that I get to have, it's not about the have-tos, because you have time for the want-tos. And so that's why I like that, because it's like I do have the ability to work on things for me or self-care or something, but it's how I choose to spend the time. So that's what I really like about doing that. I just love it. So the next thing here, I'm putting in my work schedule, and I will say my boundaries are paying off because I'm starting to have less on my calendar. A lot of the stuff you see on my calendar is actually like 15-minute huddles where we communicate to each other. So that actually is really important in work. So, and then I put my trackers on the weekends, my PlantheGrind schedule, and the sidebar I use for that, the goals for the week, or the where I should be for this week. Now I'm moving on to my dailies, and again, these are my dailies. I break them up into different sections, and of course, I didn't print out all my Moments That Matter stickers, but I am really loving the Moments That Matter stickers. I always love these things, and when I don't put them in, I get mad at myself. But on the money section of it, I actually have been writing down the balance of my primary accounts every morning, because I'm really focusing on paying off just some like little things here and there. There's nothing big here that I'm working towards, but I just love seeing like the checking account or the savings account going up and the debt going down, and yay. So it's just another win every morning that I do. Like when I'm having my coffee, I just check those accounts, so that I've been writing them in there. So I did block them off when I did my flip through. But here I do my next action, agenda, to do, waiting on, inbox. And this is the stuff that on my daily pages, I just write them down, throw it in that section. I like put it away. And that's really helpful to me, because that's where I go corral all my inbox stuff that I migrate over to my next action list and my weekly review. So I know that this is the same every week, and I'm sorry, everyone, but this planning routine for me works, and it helps me manage all the things. So I'm not sure that I'm going to ever change it. The Post-its, so these Post-its are actually in my shop, but so I talked about stress, and this is another thing that I've enjoyed this week. I'm writing down stress, and I'm doing triggers, tools, and readings or learnings or something. I'm kind of working my way through this. But every day I've been writing on the Post-it if I had what a trigger was, or if I found my stress, a tool that I use. And I don't always have all three, but I just have a trigger. And I think at the end of the month, I can review it, collect all the data, if you will, and understand hey, what are the triggers? And then search for tools to help me with that. Because I'm working on this whole mental clutter thing, everyone. And this is how you work on stuff. You got to learn what the causes are, and then you address what to do about it. And here is my free time. These are the times that I have free, so I get up pretty early every morning. I do go to bed pretty early, though. And I'm just highlighting all the hours that I have for free time, if you will, or it's unscheduled time, I should say. But I know that I'm going to have to drive my son to work on some of these days, and I'm sure I'll go do something. But I think it's 58 hours available to me of unscheduled time. And this is how I identify what time I have for self-care or for my business or for the kids or, just whatever. So I'm writing it in there. So Monday, the maximum hours I can have is 6, which I'm sure that's our night with my husband, boyfriend, man friend. So from there, I will see how many of those 6 hours I use, and I'll put it in there. So thanks for watching, everyone. And don't forget your book recommendations in the comments below, because I'm really looking. Thank you. Have a great day.